Hi, my name is Miss.Viktoria.Quinn. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my dressing room. Today I'd like to talk about one of my favourite subjects, which is strip clubs, and address some common misconceptions around the industry. I have danced in approximately 40 clubs in the UK, most of them around the Yorkshire area, probably in the last 10 years on and off. People seem to think that stripping is an easy job. We also work 9 to 5. Granted, it's at night. Sometimes we will do 12-hour shifts when there's racing or horse racing or other events, conferences that are on in whatever city that you dance in. And yeah, doing all of that in 8-inch heels. Most of our shifts are spent on our feet or dancing, which can be exhausting physically and mentally, of course, dealing with different people all night. However, you also get nights when you sit around looking at the door waiting for someone to come in and they don't. Ultimately come down to how much you like what you do, because any job will be easier if you love what you're doing. I am just stripping my way through college. There are a lot of strippers who will end up dancing as a hobby for extra cash while they're at university, and it's almost an extension of that party lifestyle that you're supposed to have when you're that age. Some of them love it, some of them not so much. I have also worked with teachers and personal trainers and nurses. It's just a fun job that I guess can also be a good additional income regardless of what main job you have. But for some, myself included, it is your one and only job and you love it. Hopefully. I do. One of my favourite humans was a dancer and also a solicitor. And upon being asked the question, why did you get into dancing, replied, I just really love money. Which brings me on to my next point. Strippers be ballin'. Regardless of what job you do, first of all, you need to have a good relationship with money, because you can make millions and blow them as quickly as you make them. As there are juniors in sales and recruitment buying expensive suits on credit cards and driving leased cars with hashtag living my best life, of course there are dancers whose life online appears as though they're rolling in the dough, and some of them probably will be. Everyone wants to present the shiniest side of themselves to the big world, but it's not always the true reflection of their entire life. Strippers are all glamorous party animals. It's absolutely true for a percentage of colleagues of mine who will end up going out after work to casino and clubs, because you're already dressed up, you're already made up, so why not if you don't have to get up for anything else in the morning? At the same time, you know, we will have some dancers who will come into work in their pajamas, put on their war paint, do their shift, and then put the pajamas back on and hop in a taxi and get all snuggled up in bed. It's a shameful side hustle that they need to keep a secret, probably down to society having us see it in a negative light. Personally, I love to scream and shout about what I do, and there isn't anyone who I haven't told about my job, unless it hasn't come up. Of course, it's not my introduction to every new person that I meet. It is generally the most exciting one to discuss at a dinner party though, because people will have questions, as they may not have met strippers before, or maybe they have, but those particular dancers didn't want to open up about what they did. So I'm generally met with curious questions and a lot of excitement from people when they find out what I do. And yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Personally, I have never done any drugs at work. I mean, I've had coffee and alcohol, but nothing illegal. Some clubs even search your bags on arrival to make sure that you're not bringing any substances. But if you are watching this and you have a problem with people doing drugs, then you might need to reconsider visiting restaurants, clubs, bars. As per my personal experience, service industry staff smash way more cocaine than any stripper I've met. To become a stripper, you have to be tall, blonde, and have big boobs. None of the above. I think life would be boring if everyone was the same. I mean, naturally, a lot of people will come in to see someone of said description because it's a fantasy, probably because it's something that's been put in their head as a template of a stripper. I mean, if you come in and everyone is identical, I think that would be pretty difficult to make a decision who you're going to go down and have a dance with. Height, weight, colour of your anything, it doesn't matter. Dancing on stage is how we make the big bucks. So in the United Kingdom, I'm so sorry to disappoint you, it's not true at all. I have been tipped for dancing on the stage, however, it's just not a done thing here. It's not part of the culture in this country. If anyone wants to dance in UK, then you're not going to be stuffing your G-string with dollar bills, because we don't have dollar bills. The smallest note when it comes to pound sterling is £5, which is approximately $7 to $8, and that's a lot to be throwing on stage. Unless, you know, you're well off, then good for you. But sadly, it's not a done thing here. Also, the equivalent of a dollar bill is a coin. I highly, highly recommend you do not throw pound coins at the dancers on the stage. They're not going to appreciate that. A lot of my close friends are strippers. I think if you have spent a long time either intoxicated or in the nude with colleagues, then yeah, you build closer bonds, because both of those scenarios are make you very vulnerable, and I guess that's how we build closer relationships, on vulnerability. I don't, however, think that this exercise would be suitable for anyone who works in an office job, but then I might be wrong. So thank you so much for watching. This is my first video, so please give me some love and be kind. Be sure to subscribe, hit like, and if you'd like to, comment below for part 2. Also, if you would like to follow me on any other socials, there are links to my Instagram, my Twitter, OnlyFans and TikTok as well. Thank you. Bye.